So Elon Musk seems to be under the impression that he is like elite human capital, and he's like he has the most like valuable genetic stock that any human being could ever have. And like I'm tired of pretending like Elon Musk is of impressive genetic ability. He's really not. Like if we're being honest, Donald Trump is more impressive than Elon Musk. And that's saying something. Trump, a demon, is still more impressive than Musk. He seems to be far more sociable, far better at rallying up support for himself. He seems to be far better at knowing how to navigate politics from a completely dishonest and manipulative standpoint. Musk is completely incapable of like compelling anybody to like him or support him. Without Donald Trump, Elon Musk would be liked by nobody. It blows my mind that this guy thinks that his genes are so valuable that he's now DMing random women on Twitter asking them to just have his children. Now, some of you might remember back when Taylor Swift endorsed you know I'm low human capital when I can't even say this right. Remember when Elon Musk, you remember, see, okay, hold up. Just rewind, okay? I'm not even gonna edit this out. Do you remember when Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris? There we go. And Donald Trump crashed out on Twitter. I hate Taylor Swift. Remember that? Well, I believe around that time period, Elon Musk told Taylor Swift, I will give you children. Now, as far as we know, Taylor Swift has never, ever in life, ever acknowledged Elon Musk's existence. She's never probably even uttered the words Elon Musk. I've never even heard her say the word Swifty in my life, probably because she's afraid of her own fan base. Elon Musk apparently is now being exposed for his cult, like this like make my child cult, this breeder cult, where he's gonna have an army of babies that are supposedly like intelligent and superior, not because Elon Musk is particularly impressive, but because Elon Musk is rich and white and runs successful businesses. Therefore his children must also inherently be of valuable genetics, which is just laughable. But let's get into it, all right? Elon Musk has solicited women to have his children on X, shelled out millions of dollars to keep the mothers of his many kids quiet, and talked privately about wanting to sire legion-level numbers of children before the apocalypse. Again, what the is this talking about, the apocalypse? What is he talking about? This nigga is worried about everything besides what matters. Number one, you jump like a... Assess that first. Assess your jump form. This is not good genetics. I can't imagine a single woman who sees a man jump like, yeah, and thinks, definitely strong offspring if I get with this guy. Like, what woman looks at the way Elon Musk jumps and thinks, this man can give me strong offspring that will do something impressive in society? Like, what are we talking about? Elon Musk's LARP as like some kind of like pseudo Tony Stark is the only reason why people think his genes are valuable. And you know Donald Trump is in on this nonsense as well, because when little X was in the White House, in the Oval Office, Trump was like, this is a high IQ guy right here. High IQ. And it's like, he's like 2. The nigga's 3. This nigga's making faces and eating his boogers. Not to say that all of a sudden means he's not going to be high IQ, but like, why are we characterizing children as like high IQ? They're just kids. Let them niggas be kids. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyways, according to an expensive as well, they asked a nigga for $1 to read the article. I said, hell no. And that was Elon trying to tax a nigga. They tried to get me. According to an expensive new report from the Wall Street Journal, which details how the baby-making billionaire keeps his brood of at least 14 children and the women who birthed them in check. It's a rare peek behind the curtain of what one woman Musk reportedly propositioned as Musk's harem drama. It's also a revealing look inside the paranoid mind of one of the world's most powerful people, whose obsession with dwindling birth rates has contributed to his apparent belief that civilization is on the brink of collapse, necessitating a backup plan on Mars. The report leans heavily on the story of Ashley St. Clair, the conservative influencer who went public in February about having Musk's child. As recently as last month, Musk said he wasn't sure if the child is his or not, but the journal's report is loaded with receipts, including text messages between Musk and St. Clair, illustrating their relationship as well as a paternity test result from last week showing there was a 99.9999 chance. I feel like they're trying to make me say Nazi shit. 999 chance that Musk is the father. Why is this, like, hold up, bro? Why would you? This man has too much money to be trying to be like a broke baby daddy. Trying to deny that the kid is yours. Stop, dude. Like, you have all the money in the world for a DNA test. You have all the money in the world to allocate energy toward the child. Why not allocate energy toward the child? You know Elon's not burping this kid. You know he's not wiping its ass. You know he's not doing any of the dirty work. You know he just wants to be able to say that's my offspring, without actually molding his offspring at all. I doubt he even spends any time with them. This is a problem with dudes who want to build like clans and genetic legacies. It's like, you're better off finding one chick and just having a bunch of kids with one chick and trying to like raise them in line with what you believe, rather than spreading them across a bunch of different women. Because even though you have the power and the money to do this, that, and the third, if you're not around, it doesn't really matter if you're their father. The idea that, oh, I'm Elon Musk, they're gonna love me. We've already seen that this isn't true. Hassan Piker literally was on live with your daughter, your former son, your daughter who is trans. He was on live with her. She's apparently not a fan of you. Bro, you need to be in your kid's life. Not to say that, you know, her being trans is a problem, because we don't do that over here. We're not transphobic, but if you want to create this high IQ intelligentsia cult, bloodline cult, the least you could do is actually be present. This like nonsensical idea that, well, the babies are going to be high IQ, so they don't need my direction. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, bro, this is how you know these niggas aren't that smart. Like, if you want your kids to actually inherit your legacy, not just your genetic legacy, you need to actually fucking like be there and mold them. You cannot just sit there and just have them and just hope that the light that emanates from your fame and glory will just make them want to be like you. Why? Especially if their moms are receiving all these millions and millions of dollars, why shouldn't these kids just go off and live their own lives? Why should they want to be like, why should they, bro? Look at you. You make enemies every second you breathe. Why would any of these little niggas in a right mind, some of them are probably going to go down the wrong path, but why would the ones that are actually smart want to crash out with you? Anyways, let's continue to read. In one text viewed by the Journal, Musk suggested during St. Clair's pregnancy, I almost said presidency, St. Clair's pregnancy, that they move faster with their baby making to reach Legion level before the apocalypse. What the fuck is this nigga bro, for what do you need all of these children for? Like, he's like talking about them like they're his personal army. Are you trying to create an aristocracy class of like high IQ like Musks, or are they your flunkies meant to die for you? What are these children? What purpose do they serve to him? I'm asking. I can't believe this is a question I'm asking. But what are they supposed to? What is the purpose that they serve for him? Legion level before the apocalypse. I guess he's not meaning literal legion, but in terms of like the actual numbers. Before the apocalypse. For what? Musk's message reportedly read, "We will need to use surrogates." This is a cult. And another, sent months after St. Clair delivered the baby. Musk reportedly replied to a selfie of St. Clair writing, "I want to have a child with you again." St. Clair said she was offered $15 million and a monthly stipend of $100,000 until the baby was 21, in exchange for agreeing to keep Musk's relationship to the baby and to St. Clair a secret. In a text message reported by the Journal, Musk wrote that privacy was necessary because he is number 2 after Trump for being deleted, and that only the paranoid survive. So, to fill in the gaps here, the baby mama Ashley St. Clair rejected this. She was like, "I don't want my son to be a secret." Here's what it says. After St. Clair declined to sign and later went public with their story, the Journal reports that Musk withdrew the $15 million offer and recently dropped payments to St. Clair down to $20,000 a month. According to her lawyers, her legal fees in her fight against Musk have already surpassed $240,000. That's funny. You know, Ashley St. Clair really is stupid. And the reason being is Elon Musk is right about one thing. if you want to have this man's kid, bro, you cannot be publicly like talking about it, bro. Nobody likes Elon Musk. Conservatives only need one incident. Oh, bro, all Donald Trump has to do is wake up and say Elon is a hoe ass nigga. They say I can't say the word nigga, but I start today. They say nigga. All he has to do is just say Elon Musk is a bitch on Twitter, and it's over. Just that quick, bro. That's how quickly your kid goes from like. That's how quick life goes from. Well, you know. This is me and Elon, you know what I'm saying? I'm Elon's baby mama, I have his son, to go, oh shit, I'm Elon's baby mama, I have his son, what do we do? Like, a total fool. Ashley St. Clair's an idiot. So much for breeding high IQ specimen, your baby mama's an idiot, dude. If your baby mama was smart, she'd understand the importance of a secret. But you know what the problem probably is? Elon Musk didn't just want this kid to be a public secret. He probably wanted the kid to be a private secret too. As in, I'm not acknowledging this little nigga. You take care of it. That's what it seems like to me. Maybe St. Clair is smart. Maybe she is, but according to the Wall Street Journal report, she literally said, I didn't buy it because they ain't finna tax me, but what she said was, I don't want my son to be treated like a secret. Now, it's like, bro, you can't have a baby with the most powerful man in the world who is actively antagonizing and destroying the most powerful nation on the planet, full of people who fantasize about revolution against corrupt, tyrannical power. And granted, the people who fantasize about that the most are currently the foot soldiers of the tyrants, right? We saw the video of the Trump supporters forming a brigade around like a Tesla dealership. We know what these right now conservative white America are the foot soldiers of the oligarchy, excuse me. But specifically the oligarch Elon Musk. There will come a day where conservative white America is not interested in dying for Elon Musk's junk ass, punk ass cars. When that day finally arrives, she will understand why Musk told her, shut the fuck up. He offered you 15 million and you still don't have the fucking brain cells to realize, yo, like, shut up. How you gonna have a nigga's kid and take all this money and say, no, I don't want him to be a secret. I want him to be what, you want him to be a star? Bruh, hey, bruh, Elon, you need to go goddamn, I ain't gonna lie, good on you for holding back the 15 milli. Normally, I wouldn't support this kind of foolishness, but Ashley St. Clair's an idiot. She's so stupid. Why would you publicly, like, why? What did you stand to gain from that? This is not a movie. Your baby daddy's the devil. So, like, automatically, you should not be trying to publicize the existence of the child or the name of it or whatever. You should be trying to keep that low key. But if the timeline is going as it's reported, I'm not gonna lie, Ashley St. Clair is stupid. And to be honest, I'm not really surprised she's so stupid because she was a MAGA influencer on Twitter. That's how he found her. She was a MAGA influencer on Twitter who would retweet his stuff all the time. That's how he decided she should have his child, because she's just a woman who's, I guess, attractive to him, who's retweeting his tweets. That's how he decided whether or not she should have his child. These are high IQ people. People who don't even, bro, like, whatever, you going back to the article, bro, these people are actually fucking retarded. If they weren't white and rich, wearing suits and ties, nobody would think they were smart. St. Clair is not the only woman that Musk reportedly punished for perceived indiscretion. According to the Journal, Musk also offered to impregnate crypto influencer Tiffany Fong after following her on X, but without ever meeting her in person? Bro, what is wrong with this nigga? The online attention from Musk reportedly boosted Fong's following, enabling her to make $21,000 in a 2-week period from X's creator program. But after Fong opted not to take Musk up on the offer and confided in friends about it, Musk unfollowed Fong, prompting both her income and engagement on X to decline, the Journal reported. The Journal story brims with other bizarre details about what makes Musk tick, like when he was campaigning in Pennsylvania for Trump and reportedly texted St. Clair that there has never been a competitive army composed of women? What army is this fuck nigga talking about? I would imagine he's referring, okay, so when he says apocalypse, he means actual, like, end of the world. I know he can't be referring to exterminating the third world, because that's not a war, that's just a genocide that the third world would never be able to properly defend themselves against. He has to be talking about a scenario in which the civilized world would come after him. I can't think of another scenario he could possibly be talking about. And no army of Ashley St. Clair bimbo-brained brats are going to protect you from the masses. Like, does he actually believe that his genetic material is superior to 300 million different Americans? For the sample size for your bloodline, the sample size for the entire country, obviously there's going to be more geniuses here than over here, and probably there's no geniuses over here. Look at your baby mama. She can't even comprehend simple shit like the importance of discretion when your baby daddy's the devil. Simple basic shit. Your baby daddy's the Antichrist. You should probably shut up. She can't even comprehend that. It gets even worse. Another time, Musk reportedly texted St. Clair about a Japanese official asking him to donate sperm to an unnamed woman. I don't even believe this story, but let's just say it was true. No romance or anything, just sperm, the text read. According to St. Clair, Musk followed through on the transaction, suggesting the number of kids Musk actually has fathered is even higher than what's known. I don't even know if we can believe this story. That doesn't really sound like something the Japanese would do. Obviously, they have their own history of eugenics and their own history of racial superiority ideology and shit, but like the idea that the Japanese are in need of high IQ offspring is laughable. They need Musk? Really? The Japanese need Musk's genetic material. As the United States is collapsing under the buffoonish nincompoop leadership of Musk and friends, the Japanese need his genetics? That's a dubious proposition. I don't know if I believe. I don't think I believe that. Musk is known for making shit up anyways. I don't know if I believe this story. But even if it were to be true, that only asserts the idea that Musk has kids he's not even interacting with. You want me to believe there's like some like half Japanese kid out there that Musk is concerned about? Bro, Musk probably doesn't give a fuck about that little nigga, bro. Musk probably doesn't even think about him. Elon Musk is so narcissistic that he thinks just you being his offspring alone is such an honor. It's an honor to be my son. So I don't really need to talk to you because you're going to be so impressed by the fact that I'm your father that you're going to like want to come after me to like establish a relationship with me, and you're going to be so proud of who your dad is that you can't help but just ignore the fact that I abandoned you. Crazy mentality. The journal's reporting also illustrates the role that top Musk aides, including the managing director of Musk's family office, Jared Burchell, allegedly play in orchestrating Musk's dealings with the baby mamas. In one exchange with St. Clair, Burchell reportedly pressured her to not seek out legal counsel. That always leads to a worse outcome for that woman than it would have been otherwise. So he's kind of like basically his enforcer. Right? Burchell is basically Musk's baby mama enforcer. Like, look, bitch, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. We gonna fuck you up. This gonna happen to you, that's gonna happen to you, blah, 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 XYZ, ZYX, you know. Basically, he's... this is like his enforcer, like his, like, thug enforcer. Crazy. Like, Elon Musk is like a baby mama mafioso. Like, he just, like, has his, like, his like, what do you even call this mess? In a post on Wednesday, Musk did not comment directly on the journal's allegations, but simply wrote, TMZ is better than the Wall Street Journal. Oh my God, dude. People who are not smart at all. Like, Elon Musk probably is intelligent in the conventional sense, but it doesn't mean he's intelligent in the political sense. You know... Like, there's just so many aspects of intelligence that Elon Musk lacks. And I'm tired of pretending with, like, conservatives that intelligence is only one way. Like, intelligence is passing an IQ test and that's it. Like, there's more to intelligence than just that. You have social intelligence. You have all of these different things that Elon Musk obviously is lacking in. And he's clearly not smart enough to actually create a family dynamic where he would be able to mold his children to be ideologically in line with him. It does seem to me like Elon Musk is of the perception that because he's Elon Musk and because he's this pseudo Tony Stark, that his children don't really need to meet him or get to know him. The simple thought of being his offspring should be significant enough for them to be happy that they exist. Which just goes to show this guy's like unbelievably narcissistic beyond any semblance of human connection. He doesn't understand the importance of being close with his children. And that's why I say, if I had to rate who probably, I can't believe we're doing this, but if I had to say who has better, who's probably superior of the two, Trump is infinitely superior to Musk. Like clearly, you know. And another thing that's not discussed is the clear lack of intelligence and inquisitiveness and just many other redeeming qualities between liberals and conservatives, right? It's always a conversation about IQ as it pertains to race and ethnicity, but when it comes time to talk about IQ as it pertains to individual classes of people, be it political or even, financial, conservatives love to end the conversation, not realizing that, of course, Elon Musk thinks that, non-whites are inferior to him and other white folks. But Elon Musk also believes that he and his billionaire friends are also superior to the average everyday white person. Now, I think their absolute inability to run a functioning government proves that false. We went from a government of average everyday people who ran for office from all over the country, who were white mostly, to an oligarch-based government run by bum-ass social media influencers and billionaires who have never struggled in their lives, and we see what comes from it: total mayhem and destruction. So I think it's kind of cool to like astrologize intelligence and genetics and make it seem like this one guy can create this super brood of offspring, but he probably will not. Most of his offspring will probably be unimportant, unimpressive, unaccomplished, and such is the nature of most human beings. The idea that you can have an entire bloodline of exceptional people is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just not real. Like this is not Naruto. You're not an Uchiha. Like, you're not gonna have an entire bloodline of people who are just exceptional in every aspect. It's not real, Elon. Let it go. And if you were, even if it was to happen, genetics is not going to be the thing that lays the foundation for that. It's going to be nurture, not just nature. You also need to guide your children in the right direction so that they can actually be what you want them to be, and not just, I don't know, like, well, actually, it's probably for the best that Elon Musk seems to keep his children at a distance. That way they can grow up unpoisoned and uncontaminated by his absolute buffoonery, and maybe they can have a chance to manifest the supposed superior genetics that they supposedly have. Maybe that'll be the way that they manifest their genetic potential, but I'm tired of pretending like these people are like the Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan. You're not elite genetic capital. Like, you're not elite human capital genetically. You people are just not. The Trump family, almost all of them are completely unimpressive. Almost all of them, bro. Trump's the only one who seems like it's his destiny to do something in this world. The rest of them are just vibing. They're just chilling. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's the way it is for the majority of human history. It's very rare that two people in a given family are exceptional, much less the entire brood, the entire clan. Stop, dude. Exceptional people happen once every, generation. They come from random families. Like, this nonsensical idea that exceptionalism is genetic and it's just within a bloodline. I don't think it's founded in reality. Most people are just average, and then you have above average people who pop up every now and again and do something important. Outside of that, I'm tired of pretending with conservatives like they've cracked the code on genetics, and I'm tired of pretending with characters like Elon Musk that his genetics are somehow so valuable. Like, talking about how the Japanese asked him for his sperm. Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I just don't. How did this nigga convince people that he's smart? Like, he's smart, but he's not Leonardo da Vinci, my nigga. This nigga's not a Renaissance man. He owns multiple companies that do different things, but he himself is not someone who can do multiple things. He's not a doctor. He's not a fucking artist. He's not Leonardo da Vinci was like dissecting bodies and simultaneously like making art. Like, this like, Elon can't do that. Elon is not, bro, like, he's not built like that, bro. He's not that nigga. He's just not a Renaissance man. I'm tired of pretending like he was. And even if he was, statistically speaking, none of his kids would be anything like him either. Because people like that just spawn. They just spawn. It's like when you playing like CK3. Some niggas just be conquerors. Some niggas just be having all type of traits and abilities you can't fuck with. Now, if you tweak your stats right, you get the right knights, you get them the right accolades, you know what I'm saying? You get your shit together. You could do a little something. But like, exceptional people, they just poof, they just pop up. It is what it is, bro. They're not gonna listen to me though, because I'm just a black guy with a do-rag and a chain on. So, you know, anything I say is automatically, them niggas don't hear what I gotta say. But you know, this is like stolen valor. All the white people who are actually exceptional and smart had been shafted for a bunch of bum ass niggas like taking all the credit of what they've done. It's so sad. It's so sick. It needs to stop. We gonna pray for their downfall. Let's all clasp our hands together as one liberal, democratic, progressive tribe and just pray for these downfall, please.